Hi guys. This is a pick a pile about how people see you, I believe. Let me just get my comments open. Sorry it took so long to get on here, guys. I kind of fell asleep. So I'm a little late, sorry. Oh no, how would people describe you? Okay. How do people see you? How would people describe you? So this is So this is going to be a reading about how would people describe you. This is a pick a pile, so I have 4 choices for you guys to pick from. These are some old PlayStation 2 games that I used to really love playing all the time, but my PlayStation 2 broke, and then that was when my life got really sad. And that's how I have these games still. So we have 4 choices to go from. The first one is going to be Call of Duty 2. Big red one. I think this is supposed to be World War One, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So this is rated T for teen, blood, mild language, violence. All right. Now, the second choice we have here is pile 2, Resident Evil 4. This game is pretty good. I actually like this game so much that I have it on my newer console. I think a friend of mine from high school gave me this game. I forgot where it takes place. I think like Spain or something. Yeah, this takes place in Spain. So Resident Evil 4, it's a game that takes place in Spain. Okay, third choice, third pile is going to be The Sims 2. Pretty self-explanatory. You build homes in it. And then pile 4 is going to be Need for Speed Underground. This is like one of those games where you like, decorate the car and shit, and then you race it. Okay, so those are your 4 piles. Oh shit, sorry guys, let me turn off the TV. Oh my god. I'm sorry if you hear some snoring in the background. Sorry guys. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start on pile 1. I hope you guys can hear me well. Hey, Shabit. So pile 1. This is for those of you who picked pile 1. That is Call of Duty 2, the big red one. So, how would people describe you if you picked pile 1? I would say that you could be somebody that is known for leading other people. You could be seen as a good leader. You could be in a management position of some sort, or maybe you've come from really humble beginnings. So you probably have like a really strong friendship, or you really value friendship. People can definitely see you as like maybe leader of your friend group or something like that. You're very independent though. Like, every time you split off from the group, you kind of go do your own thing whenever you don't hang out with your friends. Hold on. I hope you guys... You guys also probably know a lot about history, or maybe in your career, you could be, like, considered a leader of whatever career it is you work in, because you happen to know a lot about the history, of whatever it is you do, or you're very knowledgeable about it. Sorry. Whoops. sorry, here it is. You guys, some of you guys could have ancestors from Europe. Some of you guys could have actual ancestors who were veterans. There's something about how you're very, people think that you're very good with other people. You guys could also know how to fight, or people might think that you have the type of body or stature to fight others. You might also be seen as somebody with a very fit body or like a strong body. You look like somebody who could be like a wrestler or like somebody who could fight, probably. For some of you, not everybody. If not, you're somebody who could fight, like, maybe you're very strategic. Maybe people might think that you could be strategic. Like I said, there's something about how, like, when you separate from your friend group, you tend to, like, go do your own thing and then you come back out. A lot of people are watching you, though. Maybe some of you guys, for some of you, maybe someone might be saying, like, I don't know, maybe some people might, like, think that you're a little paranoid. Maybe it's because you guys might hold, like, pepper spray with your keychain, or maybe some of you guys carry a gun or a knife or something. Something seems a little bit tough about you, a little bit defensive about you. I think it's because a lot of people are jealous of you. A lot of people would describe you as somebody who has a lot of, like, maybe a lot of haters. Maybe people would describe you as somebody who maybe has a lot of, like, competition with Five of Wands here. But this is often, like, competition you don't know about. Like, it comes out of nowhere. For some reason, now my nose is getting all, like, stuffed up right now. So I'm just, like... and they're, like, snoring so loud over there. You don't know about, like, the competition that you have. But, you end up being successful over them anyways. So people would describe you as somebody who has a lot of people who are jealous of them. You're very good at leading people naturally, but a lot of, I don't know, you, like, by accident end up successful over your competitors. Hey, Doja Goat. I hope that you guys can hear me well. Let me know if you, like, have any issues with the sound. I'm gonna put some music on in the background, but... some people could also say, like, to describe you, they would say that you could be getting back in your bag, like, you could be actually making some money right now. Maybe you guys started a business, or you guys got into a new job, or maybe you guys just look a lot better, or went through a glow-up recently. There's a... oh my god, like, my nose is getting, like, messed up. Like, you guys have a lot of people who hate, like a lot of people are, like, haters. People would describe you as someone with a lot of haters. Like, look at all this war. Look at all this, like, look at this, all these planes. Like, a lot of people are gunning for you. And I'm, like, getting my nose, like, I don't know what's going on. I hope the air isn't on again, but it is getting really, like, it's a lot going on. Yeah, you guys, something about money. You guys look like you have a lot of money. So people would describe you as somebody who looks like you are, like, new money, or you guys, like, recently... oh shit, hold on, sorry. 20%. Yes, would explain you as somebody who is making a lot of money right now, or about to. You guys are somebody who takes a rest, but every time you come out, you look really successful, you look really good, you look really attractive every time. Maybe every time you come out on social media, or, like, in general public, you end up looking really good. Maybe you do have friends, but maybe you don't really hang out with these friends, or if you do have, like, a lot of friends or a group that you hang out with, you definitely stand out. You're somebody who would stand out. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's getting so congested in here. That's so gross. Yeah, there's something about how you guys are very I'll do it myself. So you guys are very DIY. People would describe you as somebody who is pretty attractive, maybe physically fit or very strong looking, and you're also very like I would do it myself, very DIY or DIM, do it myself type of person. With the Nine of Swords here, you guys definitely want to do things yourself, and it's because you're a really strong leader, but I feel like it's not that you're like somebody who knows how to do it all, but you low-key are. I feel like every workplace you enter, they kind of want to make you a manager because you end up being really good at whatever it is you're doing, a little bit better than other people there. And so sometimes whenever you do things or you're given tasks, you people might describe you as someone who might do it by themselves, and you'll do it fast and without anyone asking, probably. Sorry. Yeah, very independent. You guys, something about your money. You guys are going through like a huge glow up. People are describing you as somebody who's going through a huge glow up. You guys look like you're conserving your energy or money from certain like draining energies right now. Ooh, yeah. People are saying that you're looking extremely attractive, sexually attractive. If you picked pile one, a lot of people want to sleep with you. That's how someone would describe you right now. People would also describe you as someone who's very stable with Four of Wands. So you are somebody who might be very attractive, very like maybe a little bit spontaneous but quiet to yourself. Um, something about your body. People really like your body. Ooh, a lot of people would also describe you as someone that a lot of people stalk on the internet. So despite all these, people would describe you as somebody who has a lot of haters, a lot of people gunning for you, a lot of people who don't want to see you come to the top. People would also describe you as somebody who deals with a lot of competitors or people who want to compete with them for no reason, but you don't usually notice because you're usually in your own thing. You're so independent that you are focused on your own thing, and this makes you a really good leader because you always want what's best for everybody in the group. So a lot of people tend to delegate you as leader of things, and you don't really ask for these leadership roles, but when you do, a lot of people end up getting really jealous of you typically. Um, yeah, and you're not and people would also describe you as someone who's not afraid to walk away from stuff that's not like good for you. You're very like something about how you're like a lone ranger. You're a really good leader. You're very attractive. A lot of people want to have sex with you if you are single. Yeah, see here we go. You walk away. Some people would also describe you as someone who's walked away from heartbreak in the past before. You've walked away from friends before. You're not afraid to do this because you're a leader. You're described as somebody who's not afraid to walk away from an entire community and starting your own like pack. Like you something about how like you were thrown to the wolves before and you came back leader of the pack. That's definitely what this pile one is. How people would describe you. People would describe you as very tough, like very strong, either physically or emotionally or mentally or all, but at the same time, you're pretty understanding. I think that you're pretty friendly. Maybe some of you guys have, maybe some of you guys have a big family, also, or like a notorious family, or a family that has been in the military. Something notorious about them. That was how people would describe you. People would also describe you as somebody who attracts a lot of friends. I'm sorry if my sound is off tonight, guys. My timing is so off. It's obviously not like a great time for the sound, but yeah, people would describe you as somebody who doesn't need anyone else. Like you can be there for other people, but like this doesn't have to be true, but people would describe you as someone who is very reliable too. You're very reliable and you're very community oriented. Hello. A lot of people want to message you, actually. If you picked pile 1, a lot of people want you to put your gun down, I heard. If you pick pile 1, you could be someone who's known as, like, somebody with, like, a gun, you know, like, you're really guarded because of, maybe some betrayal you've been through that has been a little bit public. Like, a lot of people know about this betrayal about you, or just know in general that a lot of people want to compete with you, so, I see, like, a lot of people actually wanting to apologize to you, so I don't know why that's part of your description. If you picked pile 1, you're just kind of like a lone wolf. But strong and tough, and very, not in a bad way, like, you're a good person, but people are accepting maybe that you're just somebody who likes to do things alone, and you're, like, maybe quiet, but you're a very good leader, you're very fair, and you care about others, you're very compassionate. So, I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think that people would say that you're pretty guarded and you're pretty, you know, because of what you've been through, you're definitely way more careful with how you, I don't know, careful with who you let into your team. I heard. You're very exclusive. People would describe you as very exclusive, and a lot of people definitely want to be part of your squad. Because, yeah. I'm so sorry you guys can hear my snores. Hold on. I'm gonna freaking throw my lotion at them. I just threw a lotion at my partner. Sorry. I was freaking snoring. Okay. Sorry, guys. I hope it's not interrupting the freaking reading. I'm so annoyed because I'm trying to do my pick a pile. Okay, thank you. God. Sorry, because it's kind of annoying me a little bit. I'm trying to talk here. It's really loud for me. Okay. Sorry. See, and then it's like 9 of Wands. Okay. If you picked... Sorry, back to this. If you picked pile 1, also, you could be somebody who doesn't take anyone's shit. Because I just did that. So, maybe if you picked pile 1, you could be seen as, like, a really good leader. You take time to yourself, you go into hibernation mode, every time you come back out, you look really good, you look banging, maybe you work out on your time off, maybe as a coping mechanism or to blow off steam, you're somebody who works out. You definitely don't take anyone's shit. But there's something about how people would describe you as someone that is a little bit hard to approach. Or seemingly hard to approach because you're very exclusive with your squad. But you're very attractive. And you have a really good sense of humor. I think you're very easy to please, but you're very easy to please too. I think people would describe you as someone who's very easy to amuse. Like, you're not very hard at all at parties and stuff. You're not very, like, your standards aren't super high. Not in a bad way, but you're just very, very chill in that way. Very understanding. Yeah, because I'm trying to get through my freaking reading, guys. Okay. Also, I did like a 4-hour reading yesterday, and I'm realizing that these I don't want to make these piles way too freaking long for you guys to like to get through and digest. So I'm gonna do my best to concentrate these piles a little better since I'm doing 4 today. But sorry, I'm like, it's like I'm trying to get through this. It's so much going on. You know how I get overstimulated. But maybe that's something that you guys also deal with. Maybe this is all happening because it's saying like, you know, as I'm dealing with all of this overstimulation during this reading for pile 1, you could see that there's like a freaking war zone here. There's like smoke all over the place. There's vehicles everywhere. You know, when I played this game, it was a little bit overstimulating for me, honestly. It gave me a little bit of anxiety at some points because there was just like the controls were so robotic and there was just like explosion here and bullets here and the Call of Duty. I mean, it's not hard to play, but sometimes it's like it's a lot. So I feel like maybe that's something people would also describe you as somebody who is very used to dealing with like a lifestyle like that. Like maybe you always have something going on in your life if you picked pile 1. Maybe you have like some sort of like I don't know, like you're always like, all this shit is happening. Like I don't know, not in a bad way. Maybe you just always stay ready. Like maybe people just know you as somebody who's always there's just always shit going on around you. You know what I mean? And because of all the shit that's gone around you in your life, this makes you extremely strong. A lot of people trust your intuition. People describe you as somebody who has a really good head on their shoulders. You get along with a lot of people, and you could be somebody who likes to study things. Like I said, you're very knowledgeable in certain things, and that's what makes you really a leader in whatever it is you work in or whatever industry it is. Ooh. Sorry, guys. You're very easy to get along with. A lot of people get along with you. Okay. But at the same time, you have a lot of haters. So a lot of people can see that you have a lot of haters for some reason. But when people actually meet you in person, which is pretty rare, unfortunately, because you're somebody who's very exclusive with your energy, and you could be somebody who has like a very select few people who you allow in. A lot of people don't really see this about you unless they talk to someone who actually knows you. So maybe from the outside, you could really look like somebody who's always like, yeah, like I don't want any new friends, or I'm very like defensive. But in reality, it's really just like you've just a traumatized person, and for some reason for this group, pile 1, you're known as somebody who has been through some sort of horrible like breakup or like betrayal by your friends, and you definitely went through an entire overhaul of your team and squad, so now you're exclusive. And so people from the outside can see this, or maybe people who have heard about your story or know of you, or old friends even, or old acquaintances, they're like aware of this, and this is something they would describe you as. But they say that it's because of these experiences, people can see that this made you really strong, and people can trust your advice. You could do a job where you actually give people advice, or you're like this guy right here and you lead a squad, you lead a team, or you're a therapist, or you are a life coach, or you're somebody who helps people yeah, people see you as very smart and very cautious. People really, really, really value your advice. Something about how people think that you're always right. For pile 1, people think you're always right. They think that you have a really good head on your shoulders. Like because of everything you've been through and the way you navigated it in front of everybody, or the way you lead groups of people, a lot of people really actually admire you, but from afar, because you're very exclusive with your energy and possibly defensive. People can see you as an emotional person who has a very fighting spirit. I think you have a very fighting spirit, and people can say that about you. Interesting. Wait. but there's something about how you are very self focused. Like you're very focused on your your boundaries being safe. Like you're very something about how you're very obsessed with your own safety, and a lot of people would describe you as that. Maybe you're a prepper. Some of you guys are preppers. Maybe you guys like I said, have some sort of weapons, knives, martial arts background training. Maybe you have like a whole entire plan for your house in case it catches on fire or there's an apocalypse, or like maybe you are somebody who follows a lot of conspiracy theories, true crime, but not all of you. But something about how you stay prepared, you stay ready. It doesn't even have to be that deep. Maybe you guys just work out and people can just see that you stay prepared. It's kind of like, it's like when you see that guy at the gym, like being really serious, like at the Planet Fitness, and the meme is always like, what war is he training for? It's kind of like people kind of see you as that. They see you as kind of like serious, but like for good reason, like about whatever it is you're doing in your life. Very, whatever you do is with an accuracy, precision, I heard. Whatever you say or predict or say about people, it's the truth, guys. Oh my god. So if you guys like if you guys like like if you guys just say stuff, I feel like you are the type of person, right? You keep to yourself. You don't really talk much, but when you do, it's true as fuck. Like whatever you have to say, it's like heavy. Like you are like it seems like you're always in a war or something, or you're always so busy doing like a bunch of stuff. Like people can see you as like a busybody, like dealing with like a bunch of wars at the same time, a bunch of battles in your life, and that's why maybe you like stay away or you don't really talk to others about what's going on in your life. But something about how like you guys just like whenever you come out of like that mess to say something, like randomly say something, it's right. And people are like, what do you have this, like, what business do you have being this correct? Like, that's what people say about you. Like you could say really controversial stuff or really like, maybe even offensive, not offensive, but maybe like really blunt, honest stuff. And some people might get upset if they don't like the way you say it or they don't like the words that you use, but it ends up being right. So you guys are really like, I don't know, extremely intuitive. So maybe for some of you guys, this is like, if you guys are like a tarot reader, then they're saying like, you are extremely intuitive and you're really good at your job. Hi, Echo. If not, you could be like a manager, a leader, or something like that. And this is saying people would describe you as someone who's very good at like doing that. Whatever your job is, people actually really admire you for it, and they think you're really good at it and you're perfect for it. If you have a job, people would describe you as somebody who opens a lot of doors. You're somebody like you could be in like a lot of places people wouldn't expect you to be because you have a very charming charisma about you. And like I said, you're very on point. But sometimes some people don't like you because you're too on point and they don't like feeling put on blast or exposed. If you picked pile 1. Yeah. See, there's something about how because the song is Many Men by 50 Cent. So a lot of people really don't like you. A lot of people describe you as someone people don't like you because you're too honest. But you're right. You're correct. So I think the people who are like your haters, they're people who can't handle the truth. Yeah. You're also described as somebody who ghosts people, or you ghost people that you know don't have your best interest with stanky fish in reverse. Maybe you guys ghost hoes. I don't know if this applies to you. Maybe you guys get approached by people in your DMs or like by men who send Oh shit, my phone is about to die. You get like approached by men who like send dick pics or something, and you could be somebody who ghosts them right away because the stanky fish is in reverse. Like, or if you get hoes in the DMs a lot, and maybe you are known as someone who blocks them or cuts them off immediately. You don't entertain any. You don't entertain any like weird funkiness here when it comes to like dating or something like that. Or this could mean that you are so intuitive, you can smell, you know, a nasty person from a mile away and you ghost them. Like, maybe the people that you ghost or you don't answer anymore, you stop being friends with, they, like, end up, you know, because they're fishy. There's something fishy about this bitch. Like, maybe you ghost a friend and you like, you know, you just ghost them and people are like, oh, why did Jungle Collective ghost this person? And then later on, your intuition is so right because like I said, people think you're very correct about whatever it is you say for some reason, or you think like you are so intuitive about certain people that like later on those people that you ghost or that you just randomly without an explanation decide not to have in your energy because you know what's going on, you know what's up. Other people find out the hard way, oh, Jungle Collective was correct about ghosting that person and so forth, yada yada. And that could be something that, yeah, you guys could be described as just correct. Like every person, so if you picked pile 1, you are a very good leader, but also like every person that you leave behind or just ghost or stop being friends with, you're correct. Like people are always, like you end up always being valid in that choice because those people always end up exposing themselves in time or with their karma or with like their own toxicity. Usually people, now it's to the point that your reputation or what people would describe you as is that when you walk away from someone, people kind of see the pattern, and sometimes people might also walk away from that person now too because they understand like the truth that you actually hold in like your mind, because everything you say ends up right because either you're a psychic, you're intuitive, or your experiences have conditioned you so much that you understand what's going on. You know what I mean? People will describe you also as somebody who really needs a vacation. Maybe you're a really hard worker. And a lot of people love you. I love you. You know, I said a lot of people hate you. A lot of people wish you, you know, failure or whatever before. A lot of people would describe you as that. But also, they would describe you as somebody with a lot of admirers. Sorry, let me pull you guys in. Yeah, and also they would describe you as burning bush in reverse, as somebody who is not delusional about your beliefs. You're very logical. If you're a spiritual person, this means that you are somebody who has a really even balance of your beliefs and real life science or whatever it is. You know, you don't float too much around on stuff, or like you don't sound really that crazy when you explain it to people. People think you're pretty practical with your views. People find them fair. You're not, because when it's this way, that means like you're fucking crazy. But if it's like, you know, reverse, that means you're not crazy. Okay, we understand. That's pretty normal. Like, you know, something like that. That's how people would describe you. People would describe you as somebody who has a lot of people blocked. A lot of people are blocked, and they don't want to be blocked anymore. Oh, thanks, Holly. Hold on, guys. Okay, so the sound might get really bad because the femme is snoring right now. So, and I have to charge my phone. So you might hear some snoring for the next, like, few piles. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna just fucking yell and, like, blast some music. And I hope that they/she doesn't cloud into your reading. So, sorry, guys. Give me 1 second because I'm about to start pile 2. So that was pile 1. Also, I forgot to do my sound cleanse. So give me 1 second. Thank you, Doja Goat. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta plug you guys in because I don't want the phone to die. Woo. Sorry guys, I gotta plug this. Oof, gotta plug this charger in. Oh my god, come on. Sorry guys, something is going on with the charger. Hold on, this is weird. Bruh. Okay, cool. Okay, we're back in business. Okay guys, sorry about that. What's going on? Progressive being isn't he Holland? He's amazing. Oh, I love you guys too. I'm so glad you guys don't mind my informalness on this channel. Thanks, Echo and Holly. You guys are so sweet. So that was pile 1. Yeah, you guys, honestly, I love the collective. You guys are so sweet, and I like how you guys are just vibing in the chats. I love how you guys just all vibe. You guys are basically the tribe, you know? So that was pile 1. Sorry that was so disconnected, but I guess that maybe if you picked pile 1, that would all resonate with you, and maybe it was supposed to be disconnected and interrupted like that. Before I start pile 2, I'm going to go ahead and get an incense. Don't worry about this after the live stream. I'm going to put timestamps on all of this so you don't have to worry over all this grief. So give me 1 second, guys. Okay. This is my lighter, by the way. It has a pickle on it. I just thought it was kind of interesting at the liquor store. I told the guy, I was like, I want the one with the pickle. Sweet. I'm glad it all resonated so far, guys. I feel like I'm gonna get copyrighted for this music, but I don't have any time to change it, so I guess if it's for you and you can hear it, you can hear it. I'll just turn it down a little bit. It's got some classic rock on here right now. So let's put it down. Ooh, okay. Okay, so sound cleanse and then pile 2. Thank you for still being here. Sweet. Alright, so let's get to pile 2. Now the air has cleared up a lot more. Now I can breathe out of my nose. Oof. Alright, so this is for pile 2. If you picked pile 2, this is Resident Evil 4. Or as the video game does it, Resident Evil 4. I don't know if you can hear me do that voice. That's my zombie voice. This game is like pretty iconic. I think it takes place in Spain. Whenever I play this version, it's hilarious to me because they make the zombies speak Spanish, but they only know how to say like 3 phrases, and one of those phrases literally is shit. I don't remember the word, but they literally just say shit, like the entire game. Like, I don't know if that's offensive to Spanish people. I don't know how they feel about this game. But honestly, it's hilarious. And it's pretty scary for like a really old, like 2001 game, I think. This is like 2001, 2002 or something like that. Or maybe I'm just off. Not 2001. I can't even find the year. I'm sorry, guys. I'll find it later. But yeah, this game is, I don't think it's that old. I think it's like the 2000s, basically. If you pick this game, you could be somebody, people would describe you as somebody who is very, very independent, okay? You're definitely solo, by yourself. You are definitely... Maybe you guys, if you guys are in a relationship, or if you're the kind of person to be in relationships, you are known as somebody who doesn't have friends. It's just gonna be you and your boo. So if you're ever in a relationship, people would see you as somebody who is always posting with their partner, but nobody else. And if you don't have a partner, it could just be like your best friend, like your bestie, like one bestie or two. But people find you to be a very exclusive person. Like, not a lot of people know about what you got going on. Not a lot of people really know you. Like that, not a lot of people really are able to have the experience or privilege of being your friend. But you seem to be really cool. You guys can have like a really cool style, very like body. I heard some of you guys have like something considered like an ideal body or ideal style. Like maybe you guys are seen as somebody who can put things together. You just look nice. You guys are also, people would describe you as having good hair. Some people would describe you as someone who has a good haircut for your face or good hair. You look young for your age. People would describe you as looking young for your age. Also, that some of you guys have like a toxic family, maybe like a toxic dad or like a toxic uncle that or something. That's random. Maybe even a toxic mom. Something is toxic about your family that used to control you. People describe this about you if you picked pile 2. And this could be why you are somebody who moves alone with just you and your partner and maybe your child if you have a child. Because I said that because Resident Evil is like what? You're always playing like as the one guy, and there's always like a girl on the side, and sometimes they have to, I think in one game they have to rescue his daughter, right? So that's how I see this. If you pick this is how I see you, as like somebody who yes, every time you show up, it's just you and your boo. Or maybe like you and your best friend. But and every time you guys show up, everybody turns around and looks at you guys, I heard. So like if you show up with your like person or your best friend to whatever this is, or by yourself in general, or your child, a lot of people think that you're very like beautiful, or handsome or something. People would also describe you as maybe somebody who is intelligent, pretty intelligent, but practical. Also, a little bit athletic. You guys could, I don't know, maybe you guys used to run or do something athletic. Maybe you guys actually shoot guns. The difference between this pile and the first pile with being independent is that the first pile is more of like somebody who has friends, like has some sort of community or group. This pile is more like you're somebody who is very by yourself. There is no really a lot of talk about friends. There's not really talk about a community that you're part of. It's more you and then maybe your boo, and then or maybe your best friend or whoever that you decide to be in this tiny little group of yours. But it's just you. It's mostly all about you. People would describe you when they see you as just singular. Maybe like an enigma of your own, maybe like like I said, like a solo situation. You don't really have to have much of a... People don't understand your job. You guys could work alone. You guys could be a contractor. You guys could be like a business owner who like just, I don't know, like you guys are private of some sort. Maybe some people don't understand your job. Some of you guys can work for the government, but not everybody. some of you guys, people would describe you as somebody who knows how to deal with all kinds of people. People say that you have worked at a lot of strange jobs where you had to deal with a lot of like interesting or difficult people. They say that you can deal with, maybe you guys have worked in retail before, and so people have seen you work in retail with them before and would talk about how you've dealt with difficult people really well. You don't give a shit if people don't like you. Also, people describe you as somebody who doesn't give a shit if nobody likes you. You show up to their, maybe some of you guys are Scorpios if you picked pile 2. You have Scorpio. I don't know why I'm getting Scorpio vibes from this Resident Evil. Maybe also Gemini. If you guys pick this game, you could also be Gemini. You just show up, you shoot the zombies like, and then like you get the fuck out, and people respect that. They like, maybe you guys come to the party by yourself with your like girlfriend or boyfriend or, like I said, best friend, and then you leave on your own time. You don't say goodbye. You, like I said, you're just like Leon right here. Four of Swords, people would describe you as somebody who is resting after some sort of heartbreak. What? People say this is because, yeah, something you guys do in the past, you could have been delayed by like some sort of depression or pain or some sort of trauma in your past, and people do describe you, maybe like, they don't say like you're a traumatized person, but like that you have you did have a resting period in the past, and you are currently in the energy of walking away from anything connected to that and all of that, to grow, expand, and travel, and finally get the stability you deserve. Because there's something about how in your past you weren't very stable. You didn't really have, like, honestly, it felt like you didn't really have an island to stand on. And people describe you as someone who really had to really build their own path. People would describe you as someone who's not afraid to rest when you're hurt. Some of you guys could be air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Also, they could say that you're somebody who likes to travel a lot or has traveled a lot in the past. You guys could have really good arms or work out. Also, people describe you as somebody who has like a nice body. Maybe you guys work out. You guys could, people also say that your style looks very like, what do you call it? Sophisticated? People think that you're sophisticated. Yeah, you're walking away, you're by yourself, and you only allow like your partner or something because you walked away from like everybody who didn't give you what you deserved. People are saying, like, people would describe you as somebody who is willing to walk away from people who don't give you what you deserve in general. I feel like you only will allow people who see your full worth and potential and is your equal. And I feel like because you guys are so sophisticated, quote unquote, or so smart and so used to knowing exactly what to do for yourself and even taking care of others. There's something about how you're very strong. So people describe you as somebody who would make a really good mom or dad. You're very used to carrying the entire family on your back, or carrying the entire company, or like other people on your back. And this could be why you walked away from situations in the past. Unfortunately, possibly your entire families or your entire friend groups, because you got tired. With Four of Swords, of the people all sitting on your back, because in this game, when you play as Leon, everybody's fucking useless in Resident Evil except you. That's the one thing I don't like about Resident Evil, is that the assisting characters, they just like barely shoot the zombies. They suck. So I feel like that's like your energy. Like, you're very used to people like not knowing what the fuck to do to help you, and you're always used to carrying everything on your back, carrying the whole thing on your back, carrying the whole whatever. Like, because you guys are so strong, and you've done this possibly all your lives. Like, you guys, like, yeah, and it just, you realize, people are realizing, I mean, no, people said that you realized that it was causing you more pain than good. Like, people weren't paying you what you deserved to be carrying them on your back. They didn't appreciate you, they were ungrateful, and they actually tried to possibly like make it worse for you. So you definitely, people describe you as somebody who's brave enough to walk away from whatever is not, see, Eight of Cups to Six of Coins. It's like you are willing to walk away from anything that is stagnating you and not paying you back. So nowadays, you're just by yourself, and with like room for a partner or a child that you have, or like only your immediate family that you create. Because in the past, everybody was very ungrateful of you, and you are now just over giving to random people. You're over, I think people also see you as someone who's like kind of done with even figuring out whether or not someone is willing to pay you back evenly. Like, that's how little room you have in your life now. That's why you're Leon from Resident Evil. But also, people could say that even though you choose to be by yourself because, you feel like very kind of not wiped out, but like a little bit tired of carrying everyone on your back. Now you're just carrying yourself. You might be somebody who doesn't like to ask for help because of that, because maybe sometimes people end up not actually helping you, and you just don't want to involve people in your shit. And people think when you go into situations by yourself, like maybe like you're trying to move somewhere without friends or like the help of a moving company, and people are looking at you like, how are you going to do that by yourself? And you're just somebody who always figures it out. Like, you always do you always end up getting there to the destination by yourself anyways. Like, you're smart, and it's because you're so used to doing everything by yourself because no one ever did it for you. And that's why you're so skilled at everything you do. So it's like, you're also someone who's very used to reinventing yourself. People would say that you're somebody who has reinvented yourself a few times. Like, you've done like worn a few different hats, or like found different like life paths for you. And they're saying that they're describing you as like somebody right now who's like a go-getter, and definitely somebody who's just like exclusive for yourself, for whoever else. It's kind of like, I'm seeing a motorcycle and a sidecar, and that's about it. There's no room for anything else. Like, maybe if you don't have a partner or whatever, it could be just like your pet. Like, maybe you guys have a dog or something, and it could just be like you and your dog and you guys are like you and your cat. It's kind of like, yeah, people don't really see you as someone who makes room for friends. Definitely not someone who makes room for friends these days. You're definitely very, I don't know, very like very concerned with like protecting yourself, but it's not bad. People don't see this as a bad thing. They see this as something you should have been doing a long time ago, I heard. So people are not describing this as a bad thing. I think some people are actually a little bit happy to see you be in this energy of like, yeah, see, 10 of Swords here. Like I said, some of you guys could be a Scorpio or have Scorpio placements. You definitely have been through like a lot of endings in your life, and that's why there's no one around you. It's kind of like it's just you. Like you went through the war, and then everybody is down except you. Kind of like you went through a lot, and now you're by yourself. But you'd rather keep it that way. And I don't think it's sad or bad. I think it's just kind of like you really need to recuperate yourself from carrying everyone on your back, and people find it to be fair, and it should have been done a long time ago. I heard. 7 of Coins. People could see that you're kind of like that you're on the way to like your own personal and independent success too, but it's just kind of like they feel like people would describe you as someone who's like very patient. I think you're very patient. I mean, obviously you're patient because I feel like you were delayed by all these people on your back, or all these zombies on your back that you had to shoot through, and you took the time to shoot all through all the zombies. And so they would describe you as somebody who's a go-getter, who does not give up, but also you deserve this independence and this these good, these good looks. Like you're a really good-looking person. Okay, how would people describe pile 2? Or saying about pile 2? Yeah, people... Wow, people... Yeah, okay, exactly. Yeah, people say that you're somebody who knows when to leave the situation at the right time. You're never, like, angry or impulsive for like no reason. It's very rare to see you angry. You're like very quiet probably. People would describe you as someone who's quiet, calm. You're very like socially minded. You're very aware of like what's going on in the room. You're very good at reading the room. So you're very, maybe people would think that you're very like over considerate of others. You're very hyper aware of other people's feelings or how things might make other people feel. Like you're very considerate, and so people could describe you as this kind of person like who avoids confrontation. Like maybe if you have a problem with someone or you just don't want to talk to them anymore, like I said, not like I said, maybe that was like pile 1. Maybe some of you guys also relate to pile 1 who picked pile 2, but there's something about how like you have no problem like ghosting or just blocking off or shooting it, like shooting the zombies in your life. Like if they don't serve your higher good, if these people are, if you find out the people in your life are like say targeting you or kind of like lying to you or like giving you issues or have a problem with you, you're not somebody who sticks around to explain with them or fight over them with it. You're somebody to just walk away and just shoot the zombie. Maybe because you're somebody in the past who has given people many chances. People would see you as someone who before used to give people lots of chances to be rude to you and shit. Sorry. Yeah. That's like... The song just said, wake up. So... You, like... People are waking up to... I think, like, you guys moving on your own and, like... Not making room for friends anymore is definitely what, like... people describe you as somebody who wakes people up. Like, maybe after you stop being friends with people, those people kind of change or they wake up to their ways, even if you don't end up talking to them anymore. You are somebody who puts people in their place, but it's valid. It's very valid. Get to deserve. You are somebody who is finally making room for yourself. So if you picked pile 2, people will describe you as someone who's definitely deserves the success that they're working towards. You're very focused on your goals. You're very individual right now, and people will describe you as somebody who deserves it. It's been a long time coming for you to put yourself first. and people are not offended about it at all, but you're definitely somebody who wakes people up whenever you leave their life. Because like I said, you could be somebody who's used to carrying everyone on your back, like this guy in this game. And when you leave, you know, who's gonna shoot all the zombies? Who's gonna fucking defend them and shit? Like, who's gonna take care of them like you did? And people often don't appreciate you until you leave. And then they get all, you know, they drown. So people drown whenever you leave their lives. Like after they're not grateful for you. And I don't think, and you're the kind of person who doesn't turn back. You know, you're just focused on rebuilding yourself right now and healing. So that's how people would describe pile 2 right now. They also, people are describing you as somebody who's finding your passion in life. You have a lot of vitality and energy in your life. Yeah, you guys also make it through things that other people couldn't make out alive. Also, something about, because this is a zombie game. Also, people say that you guys are really resilient, and you guys have made it through a lot of traumatizing events that other people wouldn't have made through alive. That's what the song said. Like, other people would never make it out alive. What you've been through, you're really strong. When people find out your story, they're like, "Damn, like you look really good for your story." You always make it to the end of the game, the end of the story, the end of your goals. You always make it to whatever you set your mind to also. And so, yes. Yeah. Okay, let me pick some oracles, and then we're going to get on to pile 3 and 4. And if you want, you can save for the other piles. Thank you. Sigma female. Hey, I'm so happy I caught you live. I'm so glad you caught me live, Sigma female. I love your freaking username. That's amazing. Wow. Sigma female. I've never heard of that. That's awesome. Never heard of that term. Oh yeah. You're also described as someone that people don't want any smoke with. If you picked pile 2, people do not want smoke with you. You will call them out by name. I don't know who that applies for. So if someone like bothers you, you're definitely somebody who's very confrontational. If you picked pile 2, you might be, people would describe you as someone who might be a little confrontational. Like if someone has a problem with you, you might come up to them and say, "Do you have a problem with me?" Or you might even like text them directly or call them directly and have a talk. You could be somebody, if you're not like aggressive or anything, you could be either somebody people are scared to fight, or somebody who is just not afraid to like come up and be like, "Hey, let's have a talk." Like you will talk out a problem with someone directly. That's if you picked pile 2. Yeah, people say that you don't play games. This is Game Boy in reverse. If you picked pile 2, people describe you as somebody who does not play games at all. You don't play games, and you're very secretive. You guys could also have Cancer placements. You're described as somebody who might have a lot of secrets, or you might be very private and people don't really know a lot about your life. If you picked pile 2. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go on to pile 3. I hope that that resonated. I'm sorry if this seems like fast. Or maybe it's not, but every time I think I'm going fast, I'm like going an hour, and then every time I'm going slow, I don't know. So, sorry guys. I don't know. I'm trying to get better at my time. I don't want to keep everyone here so long. Okay, so, this is if you picked pile 3. This is The Sims 2. This is like a game where you build houses, you direct the direct. Maybe you're a director. You decorate the interior with like furniture. It's kind of like an interior design / like dollhouse type game where you control. I call it a god simulator. It's like a god simulator to me. That's why I love this game, because you basically get to be like the god of all these people and control when they go to the bathroom and when they eat and when they have kids and when they go to work. And I don't know, I I like playing it a lot. I like building the houses and watching people like live in them. So people, if you picked pile 3, you could be described as someone with really good style or very eclectic style. You could have a lot of different influences. You could also listen to like very different music. Like you're somebody who does not listen to mainstream music. Or you could listen to like older music, or you don't really care like about newer music. Some of you guys, something about aliens. Some of you guys really like aliens or UFOs or something like that, or you like watching stuff about that. Also, something about mermaids. So, for some of you, maybe you guys like mermaids, but not all of you. You guys could be considered. People would describe you as somebody who is maybe very like outgoing, playful, colorful. I'm seeing like a lot of colors, like rainbows. If you're not outgoing, maybe you're just seen as somebody that a lot of people want to go out with or go out to a drink with. Or maybe you're known as someone who could drink a lot, maybe. You could be somebody who's also a little bit introverted, but you have friends. So maybe if you hang out with a lot of people, like in a little party or a group, if you picked pile 3, you could be like the quiet one. Maybe you're like a little bit shy, like whenever you go to parties. People could describe you as like people would describe you as being somebody who a lot of people know of, but you don't talk to a lot of people, or you don't talk a lot in general in like certain spaces. People might consider you to be somebody who's also very in control of your life. People describe you as somebody who has it together, supposedly. Supposedly, I don't know what supposedly was for. That's annoying. Maybe before in your past you didn't really always have it together, and now people don't really believe it that you have your life together in some way. That could be what it is. For some of you, not everybody. Describe. Some of you guys could have a lot of different hairstyles. Also, people would describe you as somebody as like you could dress very differently or have very different hair from day to day. You guys could also be described as someone who maybe goes online shopping for some of you, or likes to go shopping. I don't know why I'm getting that from this. Some of you guys could collect crystals. Some people could say that you work with crystals or do something with spirituality that has to do with like rocks or some sort of like holistic natural thing. If you picked pile 3, people could also say that you have a good sense of humor. People describe you as somebody who has really like very weird jokes. Low-key, people could describe you as a little bit weird, but kind of like in a funny way, an endearing way. Like, you could be like a little random if you picked pile 3. Like, you might be a little bit random and a little bit quirky. Maybe like you do weird little voices sometimes, and people find it really funny and cute, and maybe they bring this up about you, or they describe you as somebody who's really funny, fun to be around. But you could be a little bit like, I think you're Also somebody who doesn't really hang around a lot of people, but you can. I don't know. This group is really mixed. There's a lot of energy in pile 3. Maybe a lot of you guys picked pile 3. People would describe you as somebody with really good luck. And you have a really good memory. But people don't understand what you spend your money on. Something about how people don't understand what the hell you spend your money on. So there's something about shopping and like where you invest your money or how you make your money. That's how people describe you. Maybe a lot of people don't know where you make your money from or how exactly you spend it, or maybe you guys have a lot of like expensive items, and but maybe your job doesn't seem like something that would support those kind of items or that kind of house. And a lot of people would describe you as somebody who kind of like somehow makes ends meet, and you could have like a lot of nice things for some reason. Like they don't understand, like maybe your car's really nice, but I don't know. Maybe you guys are just really good at saving money. So maybe people say that you're really good at saving money and you're able to have like really expensive things or really nice things. People describe you as somebody who's very lucky and achieves your goals very fast, but they just don't know how. They don't know, like, you. So people would describe you as somebody with really good fashion sense, really nice items, really nice taste. You have really good taste in things, good taste in furniture. People would describe you as being a little bit eclectic, weird, eccentric, but not in a bad way, just in a different way. Like you could just be really different with your style or just how you act. But also there's something about how like you have really strong manifestation powers. People say that every time you set your mind to something or you say that you are going to achieve a certain goal, people don't understand how you achieve that goal really fast. So some of you guys manifest really fast if you picked pile 3, and people would describe you as somebody who kind of like gets what they want in life, like their goals wise, career wise, pretty lucky about it in a lucky way, I guess. But a lot of them don't really know about the hard work that goes into your manifestation, because you could be very like, I don't know, maybe you have like a very particular group of friends, or you don't really show a lot of like what you do behind the scenes on the internet. Maybe you're very private when it comes to your social media, or where you share information about yourself. There's something about your humor, like you guys have like a really good sense of humor, really like crude humor I see here. Some of you guys could have been in a fight before, so something about how some people would say that you would win a fight. That's how they would describe you. Maybe you guys are very fit, or maybe you guys have had experience fighting before, or in some sort of martial arts, or you're in the military. People would say that you're really tough, like you're a tough bitch, but you wouldn't expect it because you're weird. So maybe some people like would describe you as someone who's like got really good style, very like unique personality, but something about how like don't mess with this person because they could seem funny, they could make a lot of jokes, they can make you laugh, but they can also kick your ass. And that makes some people a little bit afraid to mess with you. Also, there's like something about how like people also don't understand how you manifest partners very fast. You can manifest partners if it's not like goals or money. It could be that you guys end up like manifesting love really well, like really good partners or like long-term relationships. Because you're very sexually attractive. Maybe people would describe you as someone who's really good at sex, I heard. So maybe you're known as somebody who's good at sex with pile 3. You're a very hard worker. Yeah, you're really good at commitment. If you picked pile 3, you're very good at commitment, and you're very like sexually attractive, and you could be very good at sex, and that's probably why your relationships are long lasting, as people would describe you. Even though you are like kind of a little bit unique or a little bit eccentric with your style or eccentric with, I don't know, maybe your interactions with people, people find you to be like, they're surprised to see you be very like good at talking like to people. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, you know how to not be awkward. People would describe you as someone who's very good at like not making situations awkward. Like, you're very easy to talk to. So it's very weird. Like, I don't know, maybe in certain situations where things would typically be awkward, people would say that you're very open-minded and you're very understanding, and you're very good at like helping, like letting people, not really like shaming people. You don't really shame people. You're very like compassionate. Hi, Kimberly. I'm so glad you can join us or join me. If you picked pile 3, people aren't. People also say you're very versatile. Like, you can get along in a lot of different groups of people, even though you could be a little bit to yourself sometimes. They can also say that your house is really nice. They could say that your furniture is really nice. Like I said, you have really good taste in furniture, clothing, fashion, color. You don't have to have a lot of money. You just have really good taste. And let me see. Did I put? What actually did I put? People say, okay, people would describe you as, yeah, someone who, again, like manifests money. You could be somebody who travels a lot, or you could move a lot. People will describe you as somebody who moves a lot, or has moved a lot in the past. You don't have a lot of issues packing up your bags and going to like another place completely. 8 of Cups. Or taking on, like, people might think that you might be a little bit impulsive or unpredictable. People say that you're very generous when it comes to love. A lot of people might even want to date you because they hear that you're very good at sex, and also that you're very generous when it comes to love. People see you as a very ideal partner, but in a very like unique or eccentric way, because you could be very like different in some way. Maybe your style's very different, or like the way you deal with situation is very like a little bit funny. Like, maybe you take a lighthearted approach to things, or a more I don't know, like maybe you make a lot of jokes, like I said, or like in certain situations where it might be a little bit stressful or weird, maybe you know how to take a more lighthearted approach to things. So that makes a lot of people want to be your partner. You're very, like, you're not, it's not that you're forgiving about everything, but you're very like compassionate and understanding. So you understand when people like make mistakes, or when people like misjudge certain certain situations or things, because you're very weird and you're very like unique and you're very used to like weird situations. Your mind just works very like differently, maybe even upside down to some people, and you're able to see, because of that, you're able to see all the angles and all of the ways that people feel, or the ways that make people react or behave a certain way. So people would say that you're very like in tune, or you're very in touch with how other people people are, and it's very hard to offend you. I heard people say that you're not very easily offended. because of how understanding you are of others and how compassionate you are. You just really know how to wear other people's shoes. So yes, you're considered somebody who's like a little bit weird, a little bit strange. Maybe your style's different, or the way you act is a little bit funny, quirky, cute. Um, but at the end of the day, people describe you to be um, a very solid person with very good sense of humor, very sexy. You know how to fight or something like that. Or you look like somebody who could defend themselves. You have very good taste, and I think like a lot of people want to be your friend, but you're very unique. So some people, when people want to be your friend, I feel like they have, sometimes you might find people having to like act like they're unique or like pretend or like try really hard around some of you to like be your friend or like make you seem interested in them, because maybe you guys are like really different or like really just really unique. There's something really unique about your personality or your style that makes people a little bit uncomfortable. Like they don't want to bore you. I heard like people don't want to bore you. They think that you're like a really like, I don't know, crazy 25/7, 24/7 for some reason because of how different you are. But I think that just comes from a place of you just really understanding a lot of the ways of how a lot of different kinds of people act, because maybe you deal with certain conditions that make it so that you understand how it is to be misunderstood, or you just maybe you work a job with a lot of different kinds of people, like I said before. Maybe like you could see all the angles about what people are going through because of what you've been through, and you're just uh I think you attract a lot of genuine friends. You attract people who genuinely want to get to know you. So people would describe you as someone who values like true friendship, or people who are really there for you. You know how people are very comfortable calling anyone a friend, and then they just use that friend for like business opportunities, or like for like love, not love, but like for like sex or something. Like they want to have sex with the person, not even care about them. You're definitely somebody who's not about that. People see you as a genuine, real friend, like first and foremost. Um, you Maybe people have seen you in situations where you were friends with people who you could have taken advantage of, or people like thought you would have and you didn't, because you are somebody who's very like, you value friendship first overall. And I think people just see you as a really good friend and possibly a really good partner, maybe a really outgoing and fun partner. People would describe you as someone a lot of people want to date, but like it's very fun. Like you have, maybe, yeah, people are afraid of boring you. If you picked pile 3, people think that are afraid that they're boring you, and they feel like if you want to go out with pile 3, like if you want to date them, you might have to be somebody who's like a freaking acrobat, or like a circus performer, or like in a band, or like an actor, or like uh I don't know, like somebody who's got clout, or like something crazy and different and weird. You gotta be a stripper, you gotta be a burlesque dancer, you gotta be um I don't know, you gotta be something different to go out with this person or get their attention, I heard, because you're very like unique. So that's pile 3. If you picked pile 3, I hope I picked all the cards. I think I did for that one. Sorry, guys. I hope that resonated. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go to pile 4 now. I think this is like almost the shortest live I'm done so far. Okay, so this is pile 4. This is for those of you who have picked Need for Speed Underground. So if you picked pile 4, Need for Speed, immediately I get the vibe that a lot of people see you as somebody who's very sexy, young looking, no matter how old you are. There's a young vibe here. People think people people find you to be fast moving, because this is Need for Speed. So I don't know, maybe not like fast in a dating way, but like maybe you live a fast life, or you used to live a fast life. Maybe some of you guys have a motorcycle, or like a really fast car, a really fancy car like this, or like a street racing car, or a custom car. Or maybe you guys do something with cars. But if you picked pile 4, people would consider you to be very beautiful. If you picked pile 4, people think you look like a model. People will describe you as someone who has potential to be a model. And I'm only saying that because when I picked up this game, I immediately saw Devin Aoki in my mind. Is that her name? So you like that girl who was from that movie, and she was like posing with the cars. So you guys are like really beautiful. People describe you as someone who's like beautiful, like a model, like a flag girl, like at the race or something, or like a calendar model. Like I'm seeing like someone who's like on a calendar, or like sitting on the hood of a car, or like definitely like a lot of people would whistle at you maybe if that's applies to you. A lot of people want you. If you picked pile 4, people will describe you as sexy, hot, living the fast lane. Maybe you have tattoos. Some of you guys can have tattoos, or there's something like a little bad about you. Like maybe you guys are like a little bad boy, bad girl vibe. Maybe some people might describe you as that, or maybe they might describe your friends as. Maybe if you're not a bad girl or bad boy type of vibe, maybe like if you pick pile 4, you're somebody who used to be friends with bad people, or you just know a lot of people, and some of those people happen to be a little bit like considered in that category. And then Flashing Lights by Kanye is on. People are saying that you are somebody who's on the way to fame. People are saying that you deserve to be famous just because of how beautiful you are for some reason, or hot. People are surprised if you're not famous or a model right now. Some of you guys could actually be like a influencer, or on the way to being an influencer, and you guys are very beautiful. People would also describe you as having a lot of crazy exes. Like if you picked pile 4, a lot of people say that they can see your exes like being really obsessed with you because you're like a baddie. A lot of you're like seen as the one who got away if you picked pile 4. Notoriously. Maybe there could be like some local drama about this. Then you take it this far. What do I know? Flashing lights. You're some people find you to be unpredictable. People think you're a heartbreaker. You make boys cry, you make girls cry. I feel like you were not always in this energy. I think this is because people discounted you before, and then you glowed up, and now you're like this extremely like really hot now, like really sexy. Like you make people sweat. And I feel like a lot of people are heartbroken over you. I think people are devastated over you. If you picked pile 4, people are devastated over you, over the loss of you. Like that's part of what people are describing you as for some reason. Like you look so hot and beautiful. Whoever lost you, they're devastated. You're described as somebody that people want to show off. Not to say you're not your own boss, but you have potential to be like a trophy wife or trophy husband. People see you as like a trophy. People would possibly fight over you. People describe you as somebody people would fight over in terms of like dating, romance. people feel like you're not really, but one thing is people would describe you as someone who's not really like focused on love right now, or focused on like, I don't know what they're saying you're. I think people, okay, so yes, people are saying that you're living life really fast right now. People would describe you as someone who lives life really fast but doesn't take the time to slow down for like love or anything, or like maybe like you guys like have are really like focused on your job right now or your career or something, and so this is like a chariot and you guys are kind of in a chariot mode right now, so people would describe you as somebody who's not really like focused on like soft stuff. Maybe people consider you to be like a hard, kind of tough, a little bit hard. You guys are sorry. I got zoned out in the comments. You guys are also seen as like really focused on your passions in your life. I feel like you're like fast and passionate. People see you as like the bad girl, the bad boy. You're very fast, you're very passionate, and you don't have a lot of time to like sit down and have tea with anyone, if that makes sense. People would describe you as like way too hot to be sitting down here and like chilling out for some reason. Hot girl, hot boy. Okay, what about pile 4? Ooh, all this shit is pumping out. Okay, people are describing you as someone who's going places, or you're just always on the road, like you're just seen as nomadic, or like hard to pinpoint for some of you, but not always. Or you could just be seen as somebody who really wants to move away from wherever you are, or you're really traveling right now, or you are somebody who likes traveling. Also, you're described as somebody with a lot of options that are fighting over you. So there's a lot of like boys or like men or like girls or ladies or whatever fighting for your attention right now. You're described as somebody with lots of dating options because you're so hot. And you're like so hot that you like walk away from like any of them, even if like they're really good options. Like you're somebody who can like who has so many options, I guess. There's so many people who want you that maybe you're somebody who's like really detached. With 6 of Swords, you're really detached. I think you're really detached from a lot of these dating options because you're looking to move somewhere, or people are saying you're looking to expand your life and do something way more serious and bigger, instead of living this fast lane with, you know, you're like this girl here. Like, you don't want to be this girl with the, like, the corny Chinese tattoo. This white lady, or is she white? I don't know. This Caucasian lady with the Chinese tattoos, you don't want to be her anymore. You don't want to be her. You want to be like, you want to like get, you want to finally like, I think like people are seeing you as like wanting to finally slow down and not do the options anymore, or not like, I don't think you're somebody who like just goes after options. I don't think you're somebody who like hops around and like looks for a lot of dating partners. I think it's more like you have in your life, you've moved around so fast, you haven't stopped and like settled down, or like it seems like you've moved from this place to that place, or you've had to go through so many situations where you've had to like not really have a stable place to slow down, that it's just that your options just ended up scattered, and then you never, I don't know, maybe you never chose anybody, and then now there's a lot of people like fighting over you because maybe you're not really interested in dating or something now. You're interested in expanding your life and walking away from this old lifestyle, and kind of settling down now. That's how people will describe you, or like, or people are describing you. Ooh, people are saying that you also that you have a lot of stalkers. You have a lot of people like stalking your every move. I heard because you guys are very attractive. You have people are saying a lot of people that you rejected in the past in terms of dating are stalking you a lot. Yeah, people are describing you as somebody who is ending a phase in their life right now and starting a new one to like to finally do what they want with this full wish fulfillment. You're dropping an old lifestyle to finally get something that is has an equal give and take with you because you're tired of being defensive. You're tired of having to protect yourself and defend yourself all out on the road, going so fast, moving around. You know what I mean? Going here and there and there. And so people would describe you as this kind of person right now. Yeah, definitely turning over a new leaf. You're very protective over yourself though. You're very guarded of yourself, so you don't just talk to anybody. So if people do, like, people would describe you as like if somebody were to get a message back from you or talk to you, they would be considered very lucky. I heard that's how people would describe you because you don't just text back anybody. You're very guarded. You're very on the road. I heard like you're always moving to the next thing. Oh, sorry. Let me. Oh shit. Let me sit back. Ah. Okay. Let me pull some oracles. People say if you picked pile 4, people say that you're somebody who you don't chase clout chases you. I heard like you just mind your own business, you just look really good and you do things that you like to do. You live this life, right? And I feel like people cling to you for attention, they cling to you for clout. I feel like the attention chases you or follows you everywhere you go and you don't even try. So people might like copy your style or try to like get attention off of you or try to like I don't know, get friends off of you because you could be very like attractive and that gets a lot of people's attention, or you guys just have like a large following on social media somehow. Hermit in reverse, people are seeing you as somebody who is not like, maybe you always have friends around, or you're not somebody who really like spends a lot of time to slow down and really like, I don't know, maybe people would describe you as someone who doesn't really spend a lot of time alone. Maybe you do, but like it's not as much as the other piles. The other piles, they're like a little bit more like reserved or like a little bit more introverted. This pile is a little bit more extroverted. I think that you guys have like friends that you go on drives with, or like you go to the club with certain friends. Good morning. Yeah. Ooh. People are saying that they want to hear you talk more. People describe you as somebody that a lot of people want to hear talk. They definitely want more information from you. You could like, maybe people don't know a lot about you, and maybe you guys are like a fire sign or an earth sign. They see you as somebody who takes things slow. You're very easygoing. You take things slow. Some of you guys can smoke weed. There's something weird here though about like your fame. Okay. People are talking about how you're unforgettable. You're very unforgettable, and you don't deal with drama, with hostility in reverse. So maybe people haven't seen you in a while. This is what it's saying. Like maybe you guys went away for a while, and people can't forget you. And it could have to do with some sort of drama. I feel like you guys are just the type of person, like if there is like some sort of drama going on wherever you are with like your friends, or there's some sort of hostility, you're the kind of person to just like, I think, like not really stick around for it, and that's probably why you're always on the road. And on the road, I mean you're always busy. Like you don't give people room to like really bother you. That's what people are saying. Like you don't have a lot of time in your schedule to let people bother you. Black magic moon in reverse. People are also saying that you're very spiritually protected. People describe you as very spiritually protected because maybe like you're very like considered very lucky. Like maybe like I said, you've like dated a lot of bad people, or you were in a lot of wrong places in the past. Like you lived a very fast life, and you actually like you were very lucky. Sorry, the snoring is amping up, so I'm gonna log off pretty soon. Sorry guys, because it is actually getting to the end of the reading. This is the last file. You have Anubis here, yeah. Some of people are describing how some of you guys could have escaped death or survived near-death experiences because you guys are spiritually protected. Maybe people are saying that you guys have like spiritual abilities. I'm so sick by Flyleaf. Woo. Also, people are describing you as somebody who is living somewhere toxic, or you're somebody who's considering moving right now, or getting out, like I said, moving on from some sort of old lifestyle. Like you're trying to stop the fast life, you're trying to slow down, or like trying to finally like figure out where you belong or where you fit in. You're no longer keeping secrets about what you want in your life anymore. This is like secrets in reverse. So some of you guys can have Cancer placements. This is saying like you guys are no longer being secretive about your life. Maybe like I said earlier, people want you to talk more. If you pick pile 4, people want to know more about you, and maybe in the past you weren't really like sharing a lot about it, about what you've been through, or like what you want, and like because you just go from place to place. You don't really trust people, and you just kind of move here, move there. You know, you have a fling here, or like maybe you had like a boyfriend there, or a girlfriend, you know, a short-term girlfriend, or a long-term. Like there's something kind of like a little bit disconnected about your life that people think about, and it could have to do with like the fact that like maybe like you just didn't really like sharing what was going on in your life or what you were going through, you know, because you're really strong. And I think like my feminine is snoring right now. It's like, I think like you guys, you know what, no, it's kind of like you guys have been through so much. People are saying like you've been through a lot of near-death experiences, you've learned a lot, you've taken those lessons, and now I think you're learning how to be yourself now. You're being more comfortable, and you're feeling more safe and comfortable to share like what it is that's going on inside that you truly want and desire from people or friends. And so that's making it so that you don't have to deal with, because I feel like whoever picked pile 4, you've dealt with a lot of bad people or a lot of sketchy people in the past, and you're trying to prevent that again. So this is kind of like people are saying like they're noticing that you're slowing down, and you're like trying to take stock of the people in your life, what you want, and maybe you're like maturing. Maybe people are seeing you as someone who's kind of like trying to mature in that way, in that aspect of your life, like in terms of like dating or just the people in general that you work with or put in your life, because maybe before you were reckless, you just let anyone be your friend, or anyone come into your house and hang out and like waste your time or whatever, and now you guys are more like experienced or more like, yeah, you guys are more like careful, I guess. And I think you guys are learning that in order to attract the right people for you that will accept you for who you are and will, you know, save you the grief of having to go through so many toxic breakups and dealing with so many toxic people who can't break up with you properly, you guys are realizing that you have to be more yourself. You guys are realizing, like, I have to be me, in order to attract the right people who like me for me, right? So people are saying that you guys are more, like, less afraid of being yourselves now. And they're seeing that you guys could be expressing yourselves more, maybe wearing different things that you always wanted to wear, just like, or just talking more about yourself, maybe sharing little things about yourself online, or like even it could be as simple as you posting pictures of like your recipes or your food that you just made and sharing with people, and people really appreciate it. People are actually appreciating that you're sharing with them if you picked pile 4, and yeah, and they're saying that they could see that you're just trying to prevent like the clout hungry people and the people trying to like feed off of your followers or friends or your connections, you know what I mean? They see you as somebody who's definitely been through a lot by yourself though, but you're on your way to building a family or like some sort of successful business, that you finally deserve, because like I said, you've just always been on the road or always been around the world or always just been through. It doesn't even have to be like that. It could just be that you've been through so many relationships. Like some of you guys just have been through a lot of relationships, like consecutively. And people are talking about this and they're saying like that they can see that you're slowing down and you deserve it. So that's how they're describing you, for pile 4. I hope that resonated with you guys. That was like a really quick snippet reading. I guess that's all the information I got tonight. I guess because it's not really the best time to film. I'm sorry, guys. But I hope that this was at least a little entertaining or something. If that resonated, or if you liked how I read this, feel free to leave me a comment like this, or let me know in the email. I love to hear the tea like usual. If you guys are interested in having access to my little Google phone number that I have for this channel, go ahead and email me about it. I'm sorry if I haven't answered your emails. Just email me again. My emails are kind of a mess right now. But if you guys are interested in using that, yeah, like texting me, hit me up. I'm just like listening to the song. I'm on a new level. So, I think I'll be back on either Sunday night or Monday with like another collective reading. Hey Shea. But thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any more ideas for pick-up piles, please let me know. I'm sorry this pick-up pile wasn't as detailed or in-depth. I think this was all I could pick up from these today. But I'm going to make another one that's better for you guys. Hopefully you guys were able to hear me. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me today. Also, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, please hit me up in my email at jungleintuitive@gmail.com. And if you guys already have ordered a personal for me, I can't talk. If you guys have already ordered a personal from me, I think I'm already caught up. So check your email right now. I already sent it out to you. If you guys ever have any issues seeing your personal or seeing whatever my file is, sometimes my phone messes up my attachments, so feel free to like, you know, hit me up about that. Be like, hey Bird, where the hell's my reading? Like, yeah, let me know, because sometimes my phone fucks me up and shit. Thank you, Kimberly. I really appreciate you coming out here all the time like this and reaching out. But yeah, I'm so glad to hang out with you guys tonight. I'm so glad, yeah. And also I'm so glad to see you guys in my chat. I'm gonna go through here and just scroll up here and see what's going on. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I came on here so late, guys. I fell asleep earlier. I totally dropped the ball on my sleeping habits. I kind of slept in a little long. But and then I got the snorer over there too, so you know. Anyways, I guess that's all for tonight. I'll see you guys on Sunday night or Monday with the next collective or with whatever other messages. But yeah, hit me up in the emails. Peace.